Hey y'all.
Hey.
I'm Ebony.
And I'm Sugcora.
And welcome to the Unapologetically Us podcast, where we talk about life, mental health, fitness, finances, and everything in between. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. And if you're new here, thank you for joining us. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please do. We are on this road of trying to build our followers, our subscribers. So race right on over.
On the road to 100. So come see us.
On the road to 100. We're almost there.
We almost there. And I'm almost there.
She always got a song, Jesus. She worse than me.
That was off The Princess and the Frog.
I know. That sounds good, too.
You know. Anyway, let's get into our first segment, Child Listen. So, anything been going on with you?
Listen. Well, you know that I have told you that I'm going to do this journal, and it is a struggle. I'm struggling because the vision that I have for it is in my mind. It's not on paper. So every time I get with my iPad and I'm like, okay, let's get it together, and I'm like, no, this is not what I see for it. It's not what I see for it. So I'm currently struggling with that. We almost to the middle of the month, and I said the end of the month. So
yes, you did.
We will see. I'm very much trying, but I am definitely struggling. Not so much of putting the content there, I know what I want it to be. I know I want some fitness tips. I know I want mental health tips. But it's hard putting it within the journal. And of course, I came up that it will just have to be a guided journal where, there's questions or workouts and things like that. But the vision for it will not come out of my head to the actual paper. So, yeah, there's that.
So if y'all watching or listen and y'all have any advice you want to give this aspiring, overachieving entrepreneur, comment below and let her know she need all the advice she can get at this point.
I do. Like,
of how to get your thoughts to paper.
Yes. And I have a few people who's kind of like, oh, yes, do it. Oh, try this, try that. And I'm like, yeah. So I put the tablet down and I try to just use paper. Let's see if I can envision it and just put it with my own paper versus doing it electronically first. So I'm trying that. We'll see, taking it day by day. So yeah, there's that.
So we not looking at August no more.
We're shooting for August.
Okay, we still shooting for August.
Shooting for August. Now that may change on August 20th.
Okay. Okay. But we still shooting for August.
But we're still shooting for August.
Yep. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. So that's it, child.
Well, for me, nothing. Y'all know the usual work and more work and everything else. So the year is almost up. So I'm trying to get some stuff in motion and, stuff for the end of the year. But other than that, I ain't got nothing going on. Nothing worth saying.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess that's not too bad.
Yeah. I'd rather have nothing than 50 million things.
Absolutely. I'm with that.
But we can go into today's topic. So if y'all watch us and y'all watched us from the beginning, our very first episode, we talked about just friends and how we met. And at that time, Sugcora had just got married. Probably about 3 months in at that time. And very new. And we had talked about how did we feel our friendship would change, or people was asking me, did I feel like our friendship would change once she got married? And I was like, no, or whatever. I didn't. Well, not changes that I didn't foresee would make us be like, I ain't fooling with this girl no more.
Right.
because I guess when you be around the people enough, like, that it's going to change. Mm-hmm. You just don't know. But as long as you as long as y'all have that respect for each other and y'all respect, what each other have going on, then I don't see it being any different. So just a little update, because at this point you are a year and
2 months.
2 months married.
Yeah.
So do you feel like anything has changed?
I don't know. I don't know. When we talked about the topic and I was like, I don't know if I have anything to say about that. And I was like, well, let's just go. Let's go with it and see what happens. But, now that I'm sitting thinking about it, and I don't know, it's hard to say because around the time I got married, it wasn't just me getting married. It was also us doing entrepreneurship and figuring out the things that we wanted in life. Mm-hmm. So not only did me getting married change, but a lot of things as far as our position in life changed too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could say, well, yeah, I don't really talk to you as much or whatever, but that's because we both are busy. We missing each other here and there. I'm 9 times out of 10 not really calling as much because I know you working or, and probably the same on your end. But if I just kind of target in on married, like just being married, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, if I had to think of it, would be the fact that we don't talk as much as we used to. Mm-hmm. We don't, and I think I said in one episode, I said, I ain't been in your house all year and still ain't been over there.
Still. It is August 12th for the record.
Yeah. I think the last time might have was New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And same. I think we both hit a point where, I know for me it was hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. It was like I gotta get to a point in life, and so, not saying that stuff took the back burner, but stuff took the back burner. And then there would be times I'd be like, oh, damn, I ain't called Sugcora. Mm-hmm. Now I'd pick up the phone and I'd be like, she probably got a client. Mm-hmm. Or I'd be like, she just made it home. Mm-hmm. And then, or I'd be like, they probably having a long time at this point. Because the summer hit, the kids was gone. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let them have their time or whatever like that. I just, if she call, and vice versa. If she call, I answer, or if she texts, I respond. But I think if that was the only thing, if I could think of what changed drastically, it would be that. Yeah, because we used to be on the phone 2-3 hours at a time, very easily. Even like with coming to do this, we would be on the phone. Or they were like, now it's like, girl, let me catch you up. So blah, 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 while we setting up. But as far as, and I think because, like I said in our first episode, we, there's a respect factor. Like we both respect what we have, what each other has going on. Right. And then I, being on the single side, because people's like, oh, single women and married women can't be friends. And I'm like, ooh, I always went against that because I was always big on respect. So I'm the person that's like, if it comes down to me and your marriage, go with your marriage. I don't want to feel like you have to choose between me or your husband. Choose your husband. But at the same time, too, I know that I'm that friend that won't even put you in position to where you have to choose between me or your husband. Because Sugcora used to say all the time, even when her and Dez first got together, like, oh, Dez there? Well, all right then. And she was like, Dez coming, and don't hang up, because you ain't got to get off the phone. Because, I'd be like, well, all right then, y'all go.
Because she was good for that. She was good for, what you doing? Oh, nothing, laying here watching a movie with Dez, or laying, nothing, in the kitchen washing dishes. Dad's watching TV. Oh, okay, bye. Click. Dang. I could still talk. You know, so when she says respect always, you know, that is one thing. And sometimes I'll be like, I ain't telling her Dad's right there because she gonna hang up on me. So I could talk, but she gonna hang up, and then she'll hear his voice or hear him move or hear me do something. Oh, Dad's there. Girl, bye. Click. I'm like, goodness, or whatever. So that is true. And I guess so really the change probably will be more so of what you may feel. You know me, I don't care. My husband be like, you on the phone? He be like, let me talk to you for a second. I be like, oh, hold on, mute. Or he just automatically knows that I'm probably talking to somebody. So the change, not much. Well, I guess I don't feel it much because, you know, if y'all know me and y'all know or y'all been watching and y'all know me as a friend, or your friends out there watching, y'all know I'm an open book.
Yes.
I tell how I'm feeling when I feel it, and whatever it is, I may try to hold back a little bit, but then essentially
it's gonna come out anyway.
It's just there. It happens. Yep. You know. But I mean, I think that's where you get your most authentic friend. Like when your friend can be her true self with you, without whatever, then you know. So one thing that my friends can say, and you for sure, if you know that something happened and it wasn't of me, you gonna be like, nah, Sugcora ain't done that. That's a lie. You're lying on her. Right. Yeah. And so that's why I be as authentic as I can all the time. Cause I need my people to know, look,
yeah,
it wouldn't happen. She wouldn't have done that.
Facts. And I think that people who experience like situations where the friend gets married and then they don't, and the friendship changes is because sometimes people don't expect the change to happen because you automatically think that, oh, it's going to be just like it was. And then for some people, there's a huge shift. And kind of like when your friend, people say, oh, when your friend got a man now and she neglects her friend, and she in love or whatever. Sometimes that shift happens, and then sometimes, you know, it don't. And so I think for me, I went in preparing for the shift, whatever it looked like. I knew that for me, I would always be there. But whatever the shift made, then they just what the shift
flow with it.
I was gonna flow with the shift.
Absolutely.
So if it came down to it, because you was there, girl, talk to me. But if that shift happened when you was like, okay, let me call you back, then I wouldn't be mad, or I knew like that like that's expected. Yeah. There are conversations that y'all have to have amongst each other that I don't need to be in the mix of.
Absolutely.
Coming over there would be time that I'm like, well, you know, if it's just us three, I'm good. You know, I was never a third wheel type of friend anyway.
Right, sure and never.
So, okay, I can kick it with you all day. And y'all been gone from each other all day, and then too, knowing you a time person. Okay, well, we done had our time. You can go have time with your man. And even just knowing relationships and people, listening to people who've been married a long time, they talk about the importance of time together. And maybe that's why I'm that friend that's like, fuck me, in a sense. Go have a time with your man, because y'all need to make sure y'all straight. Yeah. I'm straight over here. Go make sure y'all straight. Right. Yeah. And so, but I feel like those who was coming to me on that, you know, well, your friend about to get married, so you might need to, I was like, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I'm not that friend either though. Yeah. To be like, you always hanging out with your husband. Y'all always doing family stuff like.
Yeah. And that kind of makes me think, because I'm saying I was the one getting married, so I probably didn't feel the change. But as you're talking, I'm sitting thinking like, I was a lot of bridesmaids before I was before I was a wife. So, or before I was a bride. And so I'm sitting thinking back, and I could remember probably Shaquille being one of the first friends married. Yeah, I think Shaquille was, where I had to step, back, because me and Shaquille would talk, and the kids and all of that. But there was things that, she got to talk about that with her husband first, and just having to, like you said, be respectful and to take those steps back. And even being comfortable with introducing or being as close with your friend with their spouse. if this is a person that I trust, then I have to now trust the person that they trust, right? Mm-hmm. So being able to do that even with Sarika and Lincoln and Arrow, oh Lord, I was a lot of bridesmaids. Mm-hmm. But it I think it can shift, mm-hmm. but I think a healthy friendship will, like you said, shift with it, mm-hmm. shift with the marriage. Like, I don't think that I can identify. Maybe I can. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. But there was where you know, you may have lost or don't communicate as much mm-hmm. with a friend after a marriage. And of course, that's where the difficult things come mm-hmm. in, because it's like, dang, did I just lose my friend and her husband? But can I really be mad? Mm-hmm. Respecting the boundary, but I feel like a healthy friendship with the marriage will shift and you won't feel it, because mm-hmm. both parties understand, you know, I'm still making a conscious effort to call my friend, just like but I know, oh, let me call her when my husband done ran to the store, because as soon as she hear his voice, she gonna hang up on me, you know, and I'm gonna say, hey girl, I'm calling you, and no, Dez is not with me or whatever. And not because we can't talk in front of him, but just because I don't want to take that time. Right. You know, and the same thing as if, you know, when you're dating someone, or when I think that the healthiness of that friendship will shift because you respect each other, mm-hmm. you know, mm-hmm. and it's tough, but hey.
Cause you do have those, and then too, like I think I said it in the first episode as well, that even as far as going out goes, mm-hmm. like, yeah, I'm not the club type friend. I'm not that club type friend. But, and so even prior to, there are places that I never went, that I feel like Sugcora couldn't come. The only shift, if we was to ever go out, would be, and even then, I'm not even bad with that, but it's like, okay, after a certain time, you got to go home. Because
that man don't care.
But for me, it's right. like respectable hours. Absolutely. Now, whatever y'all respectable hours is, mm-hmm. I will honor that. But but I'm not gonna be like, it's 4:00 and I'm still telling you, girl, come on, go to the next spot. Like, no, I'm gonna be like, okay, no, you go home. Mm-hmm. But I'm also not the 4:00 in the morning out in the streets type of person.
10:00, she like, yeah, all right, what we doing?
Depending on how long we done been out. Yeah. If we done brunched and we done did this about 10:00, I am ready to go home at this point. Yeah, I'm good and drunk and I'm ready to go home. Yeah. So, and I think that was another thing that, you know, people were saying, and I'm like, well, no, because that's not me anyway. Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah. That she would feel like, well, you went here and you didn't call me. And I'm like, well, I can't invite you here because this is not appropriate.
Right. Absolutely. And I do think that, because it is a thought that came to mind, where that change may have happened, because, you know, not lately, but since me being married, you know, you've been doing brunch. And of course you go to brunch, but I'm at church with my husband. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so I know that I won't get that call. So, and not even just you, other friends too. And then, so you see the pictures and you see things and you like, man, like, I didn't even know y'all was going, mm-hmm. you know, but then I have to take a step back and say, oh, well, they already know that I was going to be like, oh, I can't miss church, mm-hmm. you know? So I think that was a change, but again, knowing your friends and being in that healthy friendship, you know, like, I was like, oh yeah, Ebony was not finna call me and tell me that, because she know that I was going to church.
She was going to church.
You know.
Which is why when Tony came, I was like, okay, well, Saturday, this is what we're doing. You sure did. Because I already knew. I said, well, Sunday, and then too, this was before y'all got married. Mm-hmm. Sunday, it was church, and then mm-hmm. y'all was familying it up the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. So even when it comes down to recording, I think we recorded on one Sunday.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And that was one time. Mm. But even now, I'm like, you sure mm-hmm. you gonna be able to do this? And mm-hmm. you was like, yeah. Because I knew Sundays, that's a family day. So when my friend came, I was like, hey, Saturday, this is what we're doing. So make your arrangements because Saturday, this is what we're doing. Or whatever. Because I knew come Sunday, you weren't going to be able to do it.
Right. Absolutely.
So I had to find a brunch spot for Saturday to go to so I can say, okay, well, Sugcora, you can come here too. Or whatever. But yeah, like I said, and then like that's all I do is brunch. Yeah. Brunch and then go somewhere and have a couple of drinks out there. All right, I'm ready to go home at this point.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that too comes with age. That is disgusting to say. That is disgusting to say. But I mean, and maturity too. You know, where we do not have to go and be out. Baby, give me a brunch where I could do a few line dances and that's it. That's all I need, you know. And I'm good with that. I don't got to go to the club out 3 a.m, twerking everywhere, bouncing it here, bouncing it there. I don't have to do all of that. Especially not the woman that I am today. But, you know, and so that's why I say that comes with age and maturity where we don't have to stay out till 3, 4 in the morning. And plus, Ebony ain't never been that person. If anybody that knows us had to pick who was going to be the person staying out till 3, 4 in the morning, it was me. I'm like, nah, y'all, we ain't ready to go in, you know. So she definitely was not ever that person if I could get her to even go. So let's even start there. But to say again, you know, I think that we don't too much feel that shift, or if there was a shift, it was understood and respected because we know each other. You know, we know each other. I'm, you know, Jay going to 7th grade and is 12 years old at this point. And I'm like, man, I known this person my child's whole life. And even before, you know, cause I know you did, a baby shower and all of that. So it's like, wow, this has been like, we're really adults.
Yeah, we really real life adults.
We really grown ups. You know, I make the joke all the time and I may have said it on here. I'm sitting in church and, you know, I'm in the choir stand because my daughter's in the choir stand for Youth Sunday. And then you have the kids leaning over. Can I go to the bathroom? I'm looking. Why are you asking me? And then I'm like, oh.
Because you the adult.
I'm the chaperone in this choir. I am the adult. I'm her. Lord.
Yep. Youth leader.
What are we doing? Not the youth leader.
Yep. That's what we had. We called him youth leader. My mama was a youth leader.
Yep. And so I'm sitting there. I'm looking around like, where's the person that you're supposed to ask? Can you go to the bathroom? I'm like, oh.
They're asking you.
I'm the person. Okay. You know, or sitting in church and you hear the kids talking and playing and you looking like nobody gonna tell them. You're the person that's supposed to be telling them to be quiet. Oh, so we have made it here. We have made it here. We've come a long way.
A long way.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah.
That is ghetto.
It's very ghetto. Even when you post it, first of all, why is Jay braids that long? I mean, I know you was sick. But but it's still age appropriate though.
It is. Shout out to Sharice for braiding Jaden's hair.
You did good.
It looks awesome. But Sharice had the conversation with me. She said, I was going to call you, but I decided to just wait because I know how you are about Jaden's hair. Jaden's hair, her real hair, blown out, is as long as the 22-inch hair. So she was going to have about this much had we went with the 22-inch to. So we had to go longer for it to last, right? And she was like, I mean, we could, you know, but her hair going to be right there. And I'm like, I stood there. I probably stood there for about 20 minutes.
Love it.
She loved it. Because I told Sharice, I said, if it's too long, then we're going to have to curl it up, you know, curling it up, make it shrink or whatnot. But I stood in her living room and she was like, well, we can just go to the hair store and just get different hair. And I'm like, but I need these braids to last, you know, and when it's just mostly your hair, then your hair gets frizzy and all of that. And I'm like, I need these braids to last. So I'm over there contemplating life. I'm like, oh my God. And she was like, I had the same struggle with my kids, but that's what happens when we have kids with long hair and, you know, but we got to protect it. And I'm like, all right, I trust you. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I told her if it was too much, then we needed to curl it. But it was fine. And Jay loves it. She loved it. But Sharice was like, and call and make sure, tell her daddy, because I don't want him picking her up. And he like, what in the world did you do to my child head? So I told him I prepared him, and he like, oh, we can always cut her hair. I'm like, that girl is not going for that.
She gonna fight both of y'all for that.
Oh my goodness, she would be depressed because baby, she stand on her hair, baby. Oh, my hair. I have long hair, girl. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for the new personality and who she's. I told Des yesterday. I said I'm gonna punch her, like bow, because she gonna try me. And I'm going to have to punch her.
It just reminded me when you said it about like those like, yeah, we old now. We are that. Jay is at the point of middle school where she has to have long braids.
That girl talking about something. When you was little in the olden days, girl, I'll slap you.
When I watched the stream and I looked, because at some point the camera panned to y'all, and I said, Jay braids don't look like Sugcora did them braids. It did when you but at the same time her dress was black, so I couldn't tell how long it was. When you posted her first day of school picture, I was like, oh, them braids is long.
And you can tell she loving because she can't stop putting them in the front. So she puts them in the front.
She still had her 2 pieces in the front, and I thought. And that's how I knew how long it was, because she put them in the front.
And I tried to, for the picture, I tried to throw them to the back, and mama, I want it up here. Okay, girl.
That's how I knew. I'm girl. Like, yeah, we at that point of like
the point of no return.
No return. And then to just reel it all back, because we did go off.
We deviated back to Jay. We can go around and around about Jaden. No lie.
Yep.
She is something.
But that just goes to show how long we've been friends, and I feel like as long as and it's not just with us, with anybody, as long as the respect is still there, and y'all can pivot and shift, then I feel like y'all friendship can't really go nowhere. I'm yearning for the day that I can be married, because I want to do vacation, group trips or whatever. So, but until then, like. And even with that, because we didn't even deal with me getting married.
And guess what? I'm going to hang up on her so many times. Watch. I'm going to hear a cabinet close. Oh, husband there, click.
And I'm just going to be like,
all right.
I can't get mad because I did this to her. Or whatever, like, or, whatever. But then, too, sometimes, depending on how long he been gone, because we did love languages, and quality time is my love language, I will get you off the phone myself. All right, girl, because he been gone. Let me go be in his skin.
I 100% believe that. She might still hang up on me. Dang, I still can't hang up on the girl, but that's true.
I'm like, all right, girl, we been on the phone.
When I hear that, all right, I'm gonna just click. That's how I'm gonna get you.
But that's two, knowing each other.
Yep,
no,
true.
Like that. No, if my man been gone all day, and at this point we 2 hours in, and he get here, okay, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Exactly.
We can convene later.
Yeah, we can talk later, because there was a whole bunch of times once you hung up, I bust out laughing. I'm like, this girl here is crazy, or whatnot. And it's just, again, like you said, it's just respect. It's like, you already know your friend. You know your friend. She respects you, but yeah, she probably right. I probably should go ahead and spend some time with the man, because he have been gone for all day.
Yeah, y'all been gone all day. Y'all living, whatever. Now, if it's like an outlet situation, like I need my friend in this moment. I don't care that he here. I need my friend. Cool. Yep. But if we just talking about stuff, we just, girl, cause my hair, and then the food, then this, girl, I tell you this, girl, did you watch what? And we just shooting this shit at this point. Oh, okay, well, he there, bye.
Yep, absolutely. True that.
Bye. And then at this point, I'm like, ooh, my phone hot against my ear, my iPad done died. Cause there was time we done switched my AirPods 3 times. I'm like, okay, at this point, conversation needs to be over. So
absolutely, that is. But
hilarious. Yeah, so, we just wanted to, I said, let's just update the people, since there were people, like I did get people asking me or telling me leading up to you getting married, like, oh, y'all, you be prepared to lose your friend. Be prepared to lose your friend. I'm like,
not this friend.
but again,
it does happen.
Right. I can't on one end tell people, if my season is up in your life, then let it be up. And then try to hold on to, well, I know somebody who was scared to leave their job because of the friendships that they created. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you this. If it's meant for me to be your friend, I'm going to be your friend whether you're here or not.
Yes.
But if it's not, then just accept the fact that my time with you was up.
Yep. Because
one thing about it is people going to go get theirs. And you've seen these same people go get theirs. So why are you holding on to this when they ain't holding on to it? So you go get yours since they're going to go get theirs. And so when it came down to me and Sugcora friendship, I'm like, well, if I know my friend wanted to be married or whatever, that was a thing that was what she wanted. And so if it came down to me and her marriage, I'm going to support her going for her marriage because that's what she wanted.
Right.
And if I got to back up in this season of her cultivating her marriage means that I'm over here in the corner doing my own thing, then cool. Sugcora, no. Even Jay, no. You can call me whenever. But
absolutely,
if I just lose my friend, then yeah, sting. Yeah. But I understand I'm gonna lose, and I just have to lose my friend.
Yeah, true. Which wasn't gonna happen because we have a pretty solid friendship. I would say.
Yeah. I mean, and we making it. I feel like, and people say too, your first year of marriage be your hardest. For some people, be the hardest year. I feel like if we maneuvering through this, we can maneuver through whatever, because we're same with the marriage. Yeah. Y'all can be going one way and have to pivot. So when you want to withstand this relationship, you have to pivot with it. And so I think we both at this point are mature enough to know that a pivot gonna come, and this is how we gonna pivot. And then to not take it personal if the pivot puts us not talking every day like we used to.
Absolutely. And that's important. I keep saying the friendship is solid, and not saying that, because look, before yesterday, it had been a minute before we talked. And I think in another episode, we talked about that. When you know the foundation of your friendship, you know that, like you said, I know not to call. I want to call, but I know she may be with a client, or I know she may be dropping off and picking up right now, or whatever the case. And for those people who don't, or not able to talk to their married friends as often, just be intentional. Have that conversation. Know that the foundation of your friendship is strong. Like, hey, friend, I need you. Because one thing about it is, if she needs me, she knows that she can call me. And that's for all the rest of my friends too. The ones that's married and everything. They know, it's been 3 months since the last time I talked to Sugcora. Like, we definitely need to do a better job with that. But it's been that long. But I know if I need her, if I need them, the foundation is so solid that I can call you and it ain't gonna be no, girl, I ain't talk to you. What you calling me for? It's gonna be, hey, what's up? What's going on? We gonna catch up. We gonna be on the phone for 3 hours, and then I'm probably not gonna talk to you for another 3 months. But that is okay because the foundation is solid. So yeah.
So we you still got a lot of wine in your glass, man. I know we ain't recorded in a minute. Well, no, it's been about 2 weeks, but you still got a lot of wine in your glass.
This wine is so good.
We hope y'all will enjoy. God, dog, girl. I'm gonna zoom in and show that.
Zoom in.
We hope y'all been enjoying our episodes. We's really almost to 50 episodes.
We are. And look,
we want to say, approaching our year.
We are. I saw that. I want to say, so I'm glad that we're doing this Friends episode again, because our Friends episode was was our first episode. And up until, because this will be episode 45?
Yeah.
up until
the 44 one.
I think this one gonna be 45. But up to 45 episodes, our Friends episode held the highest views. Mm-hmm. But the 20 versus 31 has now passed it with 10 more views. The 20s versus 30s episode. When I was posting the last video I saw in podcast, not YouTube, but the podcast audio platform, the audio. Mm-hmm. So now that 20 versus 30s episode is our most viewed or listened to. Fun fact. Which means if you are just tuning in for us, we have 40 something more episodes you can go and watch. And I will say too, as we approaching 50, we may do maybe for 50 we can do a reflecting podcast, what I know now, and tell y'all the things that we done learned and stuff over this year of doing it. Yes. But dang, 1 year.
Somebody told my sister, and I respected it. They said, I tried to watch in the beginning and I couldn't do it. And they said, but then I kind of skipped and I said, oh, I like it now. And I said, do you know why? And then she kind of told me, she was like, I guess because we were so tense and we was finding our way. Mm-hmm. And then I forgot which episode she said that the girl said that it was like, okay, they done found their way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So even if you watch the first one, you be like, ooh, we do find our way. Yeah. Through or whatever. Which, like I said, it didn't bother me because I'm like, that's the whole point of it anyway. When we first started, we was like, we gonna do it, and then we feel our way through it.
Absolutely. We were being obedient into what we were told, what path God placed us on, not the path that we picked. And we had no experience. We had nothing. And we just went with it being out of obedience. Mm-hmm. And who wouldn't want to see growth? Look, but I do. I respect that a lot because I did. I went back to look at the first episode because everybody could say, oh, they feel, you could tell that y'all didn't feel comfortable and this and that. And we did not. We did not, because we were literally placed on the path. God said, do it. And we just did it. We did a little research on what we thought and we went with it. I am so grateful. And I think that episode that you're talking about moving forward for 50 will be awesome because we have learned so much. I'm talking about so much. So from
mics to editing to just
positioning to things that lighting. Work for us and sound. Like I just can't even.
We gonna save that for the episode.
We gonna save it. But
y'all stay tuned for the episode.
Please do. We respect all the feedback. We want all the feedback. Anything that we can do to make us better. I also want to say from episode, I'm reflecting, and I'm gonna say this on the next one when we do it. But from that first episode, reflecting then and now, I didn't even like to hear my voice. So I still don't either, but I'm getting used to it. I think it's helping me, like I talked a little bit about maturing. It's helping me notice the things that I want to be able to change. When I'm watching the video back, I'm like, oh, I need to do this more. Or, oh, stop saying so much. Or stop, or try to refrain from doing this or doing that. See, this too. This is what I was trying to But it's a learning process. So we really, 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 really appreciate the feedback.
Yep. And so y'all can comment below, as well, and let us know. And then, like I said, stay tuned for the episode where we talk about, our things that we learned in our first year of podcasting. Yeah. And so, all minds clear?
All minds clear.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate us on podcast platforms if you are listening to us on all podcast platforms. And until the next episode, bye y'all.
Bye.